Okay, Be'ezrat Hashem Yitbarach, we are Bekiim Bahalacha 31. Okay, so we're starting now the laws of the final meal before the fast. So our sages taught that on the day before Tisha B'Av, one may not eat two cooked foods, nor may he eat or drink wine. The Levush explained that having more than one cooked food at a meal reflects one's wealth and honor. The Mishnah Berurah explained that the reason for these restrictions is so that we act as mourners over the destruction of the Beit Hamikdash. The Talmud teaches, rejoice with Yerushalayim and make merry all those who love her. Celebrate her happiness, all those who mourn over her. Whoever mourns over Yerushalayim will merit to see her joy. Whoever does not mourn over Yerushalayim will not see her joy. The Braita teaches, whoever eats meat or drinks wine during the final meal before the fast of Tisha B'Av is denounced by the verse, their sins will cleave onto their bones. The Maharsha explained that this last statement means that even after one's body has decomposed and there is nothing left but the skeleton, this sin will continue to stain those bones. The Ritva explained that this means that this person will not be resurrected to see the Beit HaMikdash rebuilt, whereas all the others who died while waiting and yearning for the Beit HaMikdash to be built will be resurrected so they may see it. The verse says regarding them, fortunate is the one who waits. He will reach the awaited days. There will be two instances of resurrection. One will take place when the Mashiach arrives and builds the Beit HaMikdash. All those who mourned in earnest of Yerushalayim will arise to see its renewed glory. The second resurrection will be after the time of Mashiach, when God will bring all the human beings to judgment. Even someone who did not mourn over Yerushalayim may possibly have the merit to experience this second resurrection. Some commentators explain that this is the meaning of the traditional blessing given to the mourners. May you be consoled amongst the mourners of Tzion and Yerushalayim. It is a prayer that the departed relative should merit to be resurrected with the first group at the time of the Beit HaMikdash, at the time that the Beit HaMikdash will be rebuilt. Then they will be consoled along with all those who mourned over Tzion and Yerushalayim. The Talmud states, on the afternoon before Tisha B'Av, a piece of dry bread and salt would be given to Rabbi Yehuda bar Eli. He would go sit in an unkempt part of the house and eat bread together with a small pitcher of water. His demeanor was one whose immediate relative has just passed away and has not yet been buried. The Rambam states as follows, the pious men of earlier generations acted in this manner. On the afternoon before Tisha B'Av, each person would be given a dry bread and salt. He would sit by himself in an unkept corner of the house and dip his bread into water and eat it, quenching his thirst with a pitcher of water. He would weep and mourn while acting as if his immediate relative had just passed away. This procedure, or something similar, is the proper behavior for those who are wise. We personally have never eaten any cooked food, even a lentil stew for the final meal before the fast, unless it was Shabbat. This is the Rambam that said. The Arba Turim and the Shulchan Aruch both wrote that whoever is capable of it should follow this stringency, emulating Rabbi Yehuda bar Eli. It is clear that this is ideally how everyone should conduct the final meal before the fast, but apparently we are not all capable of such noble behavior, and therefore we do not attempt it. Interestingly, Rabbeinu Shimshon Bar Tzemach wrote in Zohar HaRakiah, one must be stringent and refrain from eating anything other than dry bread. He did not stipulate that this is for those who are capable of it only. On the other hand, in the Sefer HaMinhagim of Tirana, it is written, a God-fearing person will conduct himself in this manner, meaning it's only the God-fearing people that do it. See also the Sefer Yosef Ometz Yusba, where the custom in his community is described. They announce the number of years it has been since the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash immediately after eating the final meal before the fast began. This is cited in Chazon Avadia. Okay, Halacha number 4. Erev Tisha B'Av. Okay. איסור אכילת בשר בסעודת המפסקת. ערב תשעה באב, אחר חצות היום, on the ערב תשעה באב, after midday, אסור לאכול בשר ולשתות יין בסעודת המפסקת. It is forbidden to eat wine or eat meat and drink wine in the סעודת המפסקת. ובשר מנוח, ובשר עוף, and salted meat or fowl or bird, chicken, ויין מגיתו, בכלל האיסור הזה. And bubbling wine is still also, fermenting one is still going to be asur. V'chol ha'ochel basar v'shotei yain בסעודת המפסקת בערב תשעה באב. Whoever eats meat or drinks wine during the Sudat HaMafseket, the last meal before the fast of Tisha B'Av, alav ne'emar, v'tihi avonam al atzmotam. It's on them it is said that their sin will be on their bones. Naknik shu parve, a frankfurter, meaning like a hot dog that is parve. Avad domehu b'mar'eu lenaknik shel basar, but it seems to be like a meat frankfurter. Okay, you're not. It doesn't have to be a soul during sudat mafseket mishum marita ayin. We're not afraid of marita ayin on this. Since it is very common to see these things, they will not come to suspect him. And anything similar to this, we're not afraid either of marit ha'ayin. Okay. 149. The Avi Aizli ruled that if meat has been salted and aged for 2 days and 1 night, it may be eaten during the final meal. He permitted fowl as well. This is cited by the Alba Turim. The Bet Yosef cited the Ozawa, who wrote that even though these meats are technically permitted, our fathers have always refrained from eating any of these meats. For us, they are forbidden, since it is sin to forsake the customs of one's ancestors. God forbid that anyone who possesses the fear of heaven should eat chicken or preserved meat, or that he should drink grape juice during the final meal during the fast. This is the ruling of the Shulchan Aruch as well. Vav, number 6. There are those that have the custom to refrain from eating fish during the Sudat HaMafseket. Ulam dag maluach yavesh, dried salted fish, mutar ba'achila b'sudat HaMafseket, is going to be allowed during Sudat HaMafseket. V'chen dagim ktanim she'enam olim al shulchan menachim, and the same applies to small fish that would not go on a king's table. יש מקום להקל בהם, you can be lenient with them. ולכן, סרדינים של דגים קטנים, small sardines, עוברים על... Yeah, maybe it's not wise, but again, we're talking about the halacha. So, העוברים בישול דרך הקיטו, so sardines that are cooked through steam, מותר לסעוד בהם בסעודת המפסקת, you can eat them during סעודת המפסקת. וראה לקמן סימן ט"ו, אם מותר לאוכלם עם תבשיל אחר, and look at number halacha 15, if you can eat them with another dish afterwards. 150. The truth is that a number of Rishonim, ruled that it is permissible to eat fish during the final meal before the fast. Despite this, the Shulchan Aruch wrote that the custom is to refrain from eating fish. The Sefer Nachlat Sevi claimed that we have a mistaken text in this halacha, and that instead of dagim, fish, the correct word is Gediim, goat kids. Indeed, this is the text that appears in the original Shulchan Aruch published in Venice. The Magen Avraham, however, upheld the version reading fish as we have it, explaining that this custom is based on the fact that in many places the word meat means the flesh of any animal, including fish. Okay. Besides, fish is considered to be a food fit to be served at a banquet meal, and it adds to a festive atmosphere. Maran Rishon Etzion cited the Bet Yosef in the name of Ozarua, that the custom is to refrain from eating fish during this final meal. Likewise, the Rav Chida wrote that although it is technically permissible to eat fish following the ruling of Rabbeinu Asher, nevertheless the custom is to refrain from eating fish, as the Shulchan Aruch testified. This is likewise the ruling of the Ma'amar Mordechai, the Ateret Zekenim, and Moed Lekol Chai Parachi. 151. Maran Rishon Etzion cited the Magen Avraham, who ruled that it is forbidden to eat fish fried with eggs for the final meal before the fast, since this is considered to be two separate cooked foods. The Achronim pointed out, however, that even if the two were considered one cooked food, it is forbidden, since the custom is not to eat fish this meal. The responser Radad, Rav David Dov Meisels, suggested that the custom is to forbid only large fish that are fit to be served at a banquet meal, whereas the Magen Avraham was referring to someone who fried small fish with eggs, and the fish themselves are permitted. Maran commented that this explanation can be applied to the Bet Yosef as well, who discussed the issue of eating fish that are dipped in egged albumen and fried. Although the custom is to refrain from eating fish, we can assume that his discussion here is regarding small fish that are not forbidden by the custom. Later in that footnote, Maran wrote specifically that it is permissible to eat canned sardines during the final meal before the fast. It is clear that Maran relied on this explanation and set down the practical halacha according to it. Amen ve'amen.